Hi everyone, I am Amara and I am 80 years old. I was born in a village in Africa, a place where red soil speaks of our ancestors and tall palms sway as though they're dancing to the songs of birds who wake us every morning. My life was simple but gorgeous, and deep down, I always knew God had a unique plan for me. I had no idea that plan would play out in a way that would alter my life and resonate through generations. Today, I want to tell my story, a story of faith and resilience and of the miraculous power of God. As a girl, I dreamed as all girls do. I dreamed of becoming a mother, of holding my baby tight and teaching them our songs, of telling stories about my people. However, as time went on, those dreams began to die. I turned 20, then 30, my 40s, still. My arms were empty. My husband, Kwame, was a gentle and patient man. He cared for me so deeply. And although he wanted a child as well, he never made me feel inadequate about that fact. But in our culture, motherhood is a woman's finest blessing, and the whispers started. What sin has she committed? They'd say. Her cursed, others said in hushed tones. Their words were daggers. I prayed, fasted, and cried to God for years, but my womb was mute. How many of you have prayed for something so long you began to doubt God was even listening? And still, I clung to hope with shaking hands. Psalm 34-18 anchored me. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Years turned into decades. I invested my life in being of service, raising other people's children as if they were my own, reaching out to young mothers and rising as a pillar at my church. But deep in my heart, I kept repeating the same prayer. Lord, if it is your will, let me experience the joy of motherhood even for just a moment. And then at 79 years old, everything shifted. That baby morning, I awoke to an eerie peace, a calling I could not describe. It was like God himself said to me, Amara, I am not done with you yet. My heart raced as I went to the village clinic. The young doctor stared at me with wide eyes, his voice so near a whisper. Mama, Amara, this can't be true, but you are pregnant. Pregnant. At 79. I laughed. Oh, how I laughed. Just as Sarah did in Genesis 18:12, when she heard the angel tell Abraham she would have a child. I laughed at the ridiculousness of it all. Impossible, I thought. But isn't that just like God? He doesn't play with premises, she deals. Impossible. The months that followed were a blur. My story radiated throughout the village, then region, then beyond. God is hailed by some for a miracle, while others doubt it. She's lying, they said. This can't be real. But I clung to Isaiah 55-8-9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. I had a healthy baby boy on 25, deck at 3 a.m. As soon as I held him in my arms, tears rolled down my cheeks. I gave him the name Emmanuel, meaning God with us, because Emmanuel's very existence was evidence of God's presence and power. It's not easy to raise a child at 80. I won't lie to you, some days my body hurts and I feel my age. But each morning as I watch Emmanuel smile and play, I am reminded of one thing. God is faithful. He is my strength in the absence of it. So many people ask me, Amara, how do you do it? And I say to them, this is not me, this is God. His grace is sufficient. But my story is not just about an old woman giving birth. It's about the faithfulness of God. It's about having faith that life can be redeemed when it seems lost. It's about trusting in his promises even when the world says it's too late. Here is what I want to ask you. What are you believing God for? What prayers have you set aside as too impossible to happen? So, I challenge you to return them to him. remember Sarah. Remember Hannah. And if you have to remember me, Amara, the sentiment says, 1, Proverbs 3-5, -6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. He is a miracle-working God. And if he can do it for me, he can do it for you.
In the silence of the night, a whisper calls my name. Through the storm and endless fight, I rise above the pain. Every tear that fell, every prayer I prayed, led me to this moment where hope will never fade. It's never too late to dream.